My name is Tuan. Back in 2018, I was a 20-year-old sophomore at the Bashikoa University in Ho Chi Minh City. Like many students trying to make ends meet and help out their parents back in the countryside, I worked part-time as a GrabBike driver, a motorbike taxi service for those unfamiliar. I've always been a skeptic. I loved listening to ghost stories, but I never actually believed in them. I thought they were just that, stories. That was until one night in District 10 when I picked up a passenger who shouldn't have been there. It was around 12:30 a.m. I had just dropped off a customer and was heading back past Hospital 115. That area is a mix of hospitals, karaoke bars, and cheap hotels. Even with the street lights, it feels heavy at night. As I passed a hotel, I saw a girl standing on the curb. She looked out of place. She was wearing a very modern, revealing dress, like she had just come out of a club. As I got closer, she waved me down. Now, here's a bit of context. In Vietnam, there's often tensions between traditional motorbike taxi drivers and US app drivers. We steal their customers, so they usually hate us. Standing right next to the girl was a security guard talking to an old traditional driver. I hesitated, checking the old driver's face, expecting him to yell at me for stealing a fare. But he didn't even look at me. He kept laughing with the guard, completely ignoring the girl standing 3 feet away from him. It was weird. It was like they didn't even see her. I pulled up. "Hey, miss, where are you heading?" She looked at me, her face pale but pretty. "Can you take me to the side of Chava Bridge in District 5? I agreed. I was on my way home, so I figured I'd make one last bit of cash before bed. She hopped on. The ride started normally. She was shivering slightly because of her thin dress. Trying to be polite, I asked, "Working late tonight? Or just out partying?" Sound. Dead silence for 3 seconds. Narrator. Silence. She didn't say a word. I tried again. "It's pretty late. Aren't you scared of ghosts or robbers being out here alone?" This time she answered. Her voice was flat, monotone. "Ghosts are afraid of me. Why would I be afraid of them?" I laughed it off, thinking she was joking. But after that, the air shifted. About halfway to the bridge, the atmosphere changed. Sound. A low, bass-heavy heartbeat sound. Narrator. My back suddenly felt freezing cold. Not just wind chill cold, but that deep, piercing cold that seeps into your bones. And then, the bike felt different. You know the feeling of carrying a passenger, the weight behind you, the shift in balance when you turn? Suddenly the bike felt light, too light. My gut feeling was screaming at me to look in the rearview mirror, but I was too terrified to check. I just gunned the engine, wanting to get this over with. We reached the head of Chava Bridge. She spoke up. "Just drop me here. I'll walk in." I pulled over and put the kickstand down. "All right, miss. That'll be..." I turned around to collect the fare. Sound. A sharp, jarring violin screech or sting sound. Narrator. The back seat was empty. My heart sank into my stomach. I panicked, whipping my head around. That's when I saw her. She wasn't behind me. She was standing in front of the bike, staring right at me. I hadn't seen her walk past. She had just appeared there. Before my brain could process that she was a ghost, I opened my mouth to ask for the money. She cut me off. "Thank you," she whispered. She started walking away, her back to me. Being a broke student, Adrenaline took over fear. I called out, "Hey, you haven't paid me yet." She stopped. Her body was still facing away from me, but her head? Slowly, her head rotated a full 180 degrees. I heard the sickening crack of her neck bones grinding together. Her body faced the bridge, but her face was looking directly at me. She smiled, a wide, unnatural smile. My fight or flight response finally kicked in. I didn't scream. I couldn't breathe. My legs went numb. It took me a full minute to snap out of it, restart the bike, and tear out of there. I got back to my room, locked the door, and collapsed on the bed. I didn't shower. I just pulled the blanket over my head, reciting every Buddhist prayer I knew. Namo Adidafat, Namo Adidafat. Eventually, exhaustion took over, but it wasn't over. Sound, distant, echoing whispers, a scratching sound on wood. Narrator. I entered sleep paralysis. I could see my own room. I could see my own body sleeping on the bed, as if I was floating above it. Then I looked up. She was there, clinging to the ceiling like a gecko, right above my sleeping body. Her head was still twisted backward. She kept asking, over and over again, "How much is the fare? How much is the fare?" I woke up at 5 a.m., soaked in sweat. I immediately called my mom. She asked me one question. "Where are your prayer beads?" My blood ran cold. My mom, a devout Buddhist, had given me a blessed bracelet for protection. I usually never took it off. But that night, I had left it in the bathroom after a shower. The next day, I went back to that hotel in District 10. I found the security guard from the night before. When I told him what happened, his face went pale. He told me that years ago, a receptionist at that hotel was murdered by a jealous boyfriend. Her body was found right where I picked her up. And her home? It was at the foot of Chava Bridge. I still drive for Grab sometimes to pay tuition. But now, no matter how much I need the money, the moment the clock strikes 10 p.m., I turn the app off and go home. The shadows have many more stories to tell. Subscribe to Viet Gothic before they whisper your names.